let's try this one. Look at this perfect ball. If you don't like spicy food, you will not enjoy this one because it will be spicy. Mmm. Hi guys, it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. Today's video is very kindly sponsored by Compliments, which I'll talk about later in the video. And today we're gonna be making some Jumeokbap. Jumeokbap is Korean rice balls, okay? Jumeok means fist and bap means rice. So fist rice, and the reason why it's called fist rice, I believe, is because when you make the Jumeokbap, you are making a fist, okay? Because you are, making the ball. And also the final product looks kind of like a fist because it's round. So it's called Jumeokbap, fist rice, okay? So we're gonna make some vegan Jumeokbap today. I'm gonna show you guys 4 different ways of making Jumeokbap, and all of the recipes will be linked down below. So make sure you check that out and let's get started. All right guys, so the first one, we're gonna make a very simple Jumeokbap. This is going to be seaweed rice balls, okay? Seaweed Jumeokbap. This one is gonna be the simplest one. It's gonna be the easiest one to make. It's still gonna be delicious. So here's how you make it, okay? So first, we're gonna need a bowl, okay? Because we're gonna mix things in a bowl. I'm gonna put on a glove, okay? Because we're gonna use our hands for this, okay? And it's gonna get a little bit messy. So first, what we're gonna need is some cooked rice. I'm using cooked short grain rice or sushi rice. This is what you need to use, okay? Short grain rice is a lot stickier, so it's gonna actually form into balls and not break apart. If you use anything else, it's gonna break, okay? So don't use anything else. Use sushi rice or short grain white rice. I have made Jumeokbap before with brown rice, and that does work, like short grain brown rice, but it is still a little bit harder to get the rice to stick. So to make it easier, use regular short grain white rice, okay? So we have this. I'm gonna measure things as we go as well. Most of the time, when Korean people, when we cook, we don't really measure things, but I gotta give you measurements because, I'm a food blogger and all that. So we got here some rice. So I'm gonna start with 1 cup of cooked short grain white rice. We got it here. And then what we wanna do is add roasted seaweed that has already been seasoned with like salt and sesame oil. This you can find in any like Korean supermarket. You can probably find it online as well. I'll try to leave some links below if I see them online. You guys have seen these, right? Okay, it's like, you know what I'm talking about. It's very delicious. In Korea, this is a very common thing that every Korean person has in their household. Okay, so this alone is gonna give a lot of flavor to this. So what we wanna do is just kind of break this apart, and you can kind of just add in however much you want. Another thing you could do is actually cut it with kitchen scissors, okay? So you can just like take this and just cut it into smaller pieces instead of using your hands. This might be better because you're getting smaller strips, and so you're distributing the flavor a little bit more. But it's up to you. You could just crumble it with your fingers if you want. Oh, it smells so good. This alone with rice is delicious. So you can add as much as you want, really. I'm adding about like 4 sheets of this. And then we're just gonna, ooh, see, things are sticky already. So when things are sticky, I just kind of use a bowl of water to just make it not sticky. We got seaweed, and this is very important, guys. Very important. Sesame oil. This is what I like to call Korean crack. So this is roasted sesame oil. Now again, I don't need to measure this, but for the sake of you, I will measure it. Okay, so we can add some Korean crack, AKA sesame oil, and that is gonna give it extra flavor. It's gonna be delicious. Now we gotta season it. I would add salt to taste, depending on, your own taste buds. So I'm just gonna add some salt to taste. And then we want to add some sesame seeds. Again, this is kind of up to you how much you want to add. These are roasted sesame seeds as well, which again, you can find in Korean supermarket. At this point, you can also give this a taste and see if it is salty enough, flavorful enough. If you want to add anything else, it's up to you, my friends. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of the, I'm just going to use the entire package. Why am I like this? I don't know. So we want to add that package, and then this is gonna be so good. And by the way, there is salt in these seaweed things as well. So we're adding, just a lot of flavor here. Here we go. Ooh. And as you can see, it's sticky. The reason why it's sticky is because we're using sushi rice or short grain rice. So now I got 2 hands gloved, okay? Now what we wanna do is just form these into nice little balls. And again, just wet your hands if you need to, because the rice is sticky, but it should really easily like form a ball, like so. And you can make them as big or small as you want. How cute. And then you can also add a little more sesame oil on top if you want to, or some more seaweed on top. Another thing you could do is actually, let's see, if you can eat it like this, or you could add a little filling, okay? Now, for this one, you can add maybe like some smoked tofu, or I had some veggie dogs, okay, left over. So I'm gonna add little slices of veggie dog, like that, in the middle. And then you just kind of form the ball. That way you got a little veggie dog. That's optional, but I think that would be really delicious. Also adds a little bit extra, you know, protein. Again, you can use like smoked tofu or whatever, okay? Or any other filling actually that I'm gonna show you later on. Look, you would never know that there's a veggie dog in here, okay? There we go. We can make one more, and this would make a really good little snack, maybe for your kids, okay? Or for you, let's say you went hiking or on a picnic. Once again, little veggie dog. There you go, how cute. And it's so much easier to use white rice. Oh my God, last time I made this, I was using brown rice and it was not the funnest experience, okay? Ooh, look at that. And then if you want, you can just kind of roll it around in like sesame seeds or dip it. Oh, look how cute. There you go, guys. Here's batch number 1, seaweed rice balls. Before we jump into recipe number 2, I have a brief message from our lovely sponsor, which is Complement. So if you're following a plant-based diet or any diet really, it's really important for us to get our nutrients, make sure we are meeting those nutrient requirements so that we have long-term health. And for plant-based eaters, there are specific things that we really should be focusing on, such as vitamin B12, D3, omega-3s, all of these things. So I do like to make sure that I'm taking those vitamins. So this is where Complement Essential comes in. This is basically a multivitamin designed for and by plant-based eaters. So it really specifically targets people that follow a plant-based diet. Perfect for me, perfect for you, probably. It focuses on the nutrients that are specifically potentially difficult to get on a plant-based diet alone, and it really packs them into one single multivitamin, which makes it so simple and easy to take. So what's cool about Complement is that it gives you basically exactly what you need, my friends. It does not give you the fluff, unnecessary things that you might just be peeing out. It has 8 critical vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s, which are hard to find through just a plant-based diet. And it's, again, all in one, so it's super convenient and easy to take. It's also really easy to travel with as well. They also have other awesome products such as plant-based protein and daily greens, so definitely check those out as well. So guys, make sure you check out Complement today. You can actually use the link down below and use my code CheapLazyVegan to get 15% off of Complement Essential. And you can also subscribe so you can get these delivered to you regularly, and it saves you a little bit of extra money as well. Oh, and also I love this part. For every one product that Complement sells, they give a free plant-based meal to a child in need. How awesome is that? Okay, this is why I love working with plant-based companies. Anyway, once again, that is 15% off of Complement Essential using my code CheapLazyVegan and the link down below. Make sure you check them out, you guys. You will not regret it. And thank you so much to Complement for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go on to recipe number 2. All right, you guys, so for the next one, we're gonna make a vegan version of a tuna Jumeokbap, okay? So this is like a very common way to make this Korean rice ball in Korea, which is basically using like a tuna salad in the middle as a filling. But obviously, we're making it vegan, so of course we're gonna make chickpea salad instead. Yay! We're gonna make a really easy one because we're lazy. We're gonna keep this very simple. I have like a million versions of chickpea salad. There's slightly easier ones, slightly more difficult ones. Today we're gonna make a really simple, easy one. So we're just taking some chickpeas. We're gonna place them into a bowl, and then of course we're just going to mash it, okay? Now, sometimes if I'm making like a bigger batch, I would use like a food processor to kind of like chop the chickpeas and all the other ingredients and stuff. But if I'm just making a small amount, you don't need to do that, okay? You can just mash it with a fork and it'll be simple and easy. What do they call chickpeas? They call it like, I don't know. It's basically the vegan version of tuna. One of my favorite beans of all time. So we're just gonna mash. Okay, hey. So we got them here. Now I'm gonna add some vegan mayo, of course. And I like to add some Dijon mustard as well. And we have here some garlic powder and also kelp powder. The kelp powder is optional, but it's gonna give it that kind of seafoody flavor. So you can add that, or you can actually add some of that roasted seaweed and just crumble that in there. Or you can just use like regular nori, which is also seaweed. Anyway, let's add it. So garlic powder, kelp powder, and salt. So we're just gonna mix this well. Now you wanna add enough vegan mayo so that it's kind of sticking together, right? And that is going to be our filling. So now we add, once again, Korean crack, sesame oil. You gotta get the roasted sesame oil, my friends, okay? That's where the magic happens. Once again, we're just gonna add plenty of that. And again, we're just gonna kind of add salt to taste. And I'm gonna add some sesame seeds. You can use this as like the base, make whatever filling. And let's get back on these gloves. So now, once again, I'm just going to wet my hands a bit, and then we're just going to mix this. And if you want, you can also add seaweed in here as well, into the rice, like we did before, and just do exactly the same thing, and then just have a filling. Here we go. There's the rice. I'm gonna give it a try. Mmm, so good. Perfect. So now we're gonna make our little balls. Now what we do is, let's see, maybe I'll make 2 big balls with this one. So again, you can choose whatever size. With these ones, with the ones with the filling, you might wanna make them a little bit bigger, especially when the filling is something like a chickpea salad, because it's gonna take a little bit more maneuvering. Make it like a flat little surface here. Try to make like a little hole situation, okay? And then you just wanna add a dollop of that. I'm not very good at this part, but. So then you wanna use your thumb to kind of push in the filling while simultaneously closing in on your ball. Now what you can do as well, you can enjoy it like this, or you can grill it a little bit on the pan, get it nice and crispy on the outside. I might do that. There we go. Ooh, there's ball number 1. Let's make one more. Once again, put my fingers a little bit, flatten this out, create a little, small little hole, add like a bit of that salad, and again, push it down with your thumb, and then slowly but surely close that ball. There you go. And again, you can just eat it like this, or let's grill it. So we got a pan here. So what we can do is a little bit of oil, and then just, ooh. You can flatten it a little bit if you want. Look how well it sticks together. Well, I say that as it breaks apart. Be careful when you flatten it out, my friends. Here we go. Just let it kind of cook a little bit on each side. You don't have to do this part, but it might be kind of fun. I'm very impatient already. Okay, so it needs to be a little bit more golden, I think. So a few more minutes. Now what you can do is take more of the seaweed, and on a plate, you can just kind of cut it up. Now what you can do is you can just kind of place it, roll it around however way you want. This isn't the prettiest thing, but you know, have fun with it. I'm gonna add a little bit of sesame seeds on top of this one, maybe some more little seaweed pieces on top of that one. It's not what I perfectly envisioned, but here you go. I made it. That's the tuna filling, or chickpea filling. There you go. All right guys, so for the next one, we're gonna do a veggie Jumeokbap, okay? Lots of veggies. Again, this is a pretty standard one as well. So we're gonna get started with some diced onion. We're gonna add a little bit of oil on the pan. Diced onion, add that in. Okay, let's cook this for like a minute. All right, now we're gonna add in some carrots and then some zucchini. And then we're just gonna cook this until basically all the veggies are cooked. All right, you guys, so we have the veggies almost cooked. I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt to the veggies. Just make sure they're all nicely cooked. I'm gonna use a little bit more rice for this because I use quite a bit of veggies. So let's add in the veggies into our cooked rice in a big bowl. Probably should have used a bigger bowl, but that's okay. Probably should let it cool down first. That might be a good idea, but I'm a bit impatient, as you guys may know. Now, I think one thing that I would want to try, which I haven't tried, but I feel like it would work really well, is when I make this one, when I cook the rice, maybe mixing in some red split lentils into the rice and cooking like maybe half rice, half red split lentils, or maybe like 2/3 rice and 1/3 red split lentils to add some more protein into this. I'm not sure if it would stick, that's my only kind of concern, but that would add a little bit more protein into this as well. But if you're just having this as a snack, or if you want to have some kind of protein on the side, that works really well too. There you go. And once again, we're gonna add in some sesame seeds and salt to taste, and of course, sesame oil. This is a must in every single fist rice that we make. So again, just mix this really well. And then let's form these into balls. So once again, you can make them small if you like. Just kind of squeeze them, okay? To kind of get them to stick together. You can also roll them with some sesame seeds if you want. So just place some sesame seeds on a plate and then just roll them. Or you can just like that. Look how pretty. There's one. And we can make quite a few with these. Try to make them pretty. They don't have to be perfect. You're not a chef. Like that. Or why don't we try this one? Like we did in the first recipe. Let's try adding in a little something something. So let's add in a veggie dog in the middle. Just closing that up. So that's an option as well. If you want to add some protein, just add a little veggie dog in the middle. Some smoked tofu perhaps. There you go. There you go, guys. I'm gonna make the rest and then we can do the final rice ball. All right, you guys, so last but not least, we're gonna make a kimchi rice ball, kimchi Jumeokbap. And of course, we're gonna use my mom's famous vegan kimchi right here, okay? If you guys want the recipe for this, it is on my YouTube channel. Yes, I'll link it down below. It is delicious, and not all kimchi is vegan, guys. Most kimchi is actually not even vegetarian because traditionally there is fish or shrimp paste that is used in kimchi. So be careful, okay? So, but this one is vegan. So we're gonna use vegan kimchi. And we're just gonna use the pan. I'm not even gonna wash it, okay? Why? It's already seasoned nicely. So we're gonna add a little bit of oil. Now I kinda wanna experiment with this one, you guys, and I'll tell you kind of what I mean, okay? So I have kimchi. I'm gonna start with half a cup. As you can see, I'm kind of experimenting as we're going. We want to use kimchi. This is a great way to use up really ripe kimchi if you already have some. I'm gonna add some of that kimchi here. And then I have some tofu, okay? This is medium firm tofu. I'm gonna crumble it up and add it on the other side of the pan. You can also use extra firm if you want. So now we're just gonna kind of cook it separately for like a little bit. All right, guys, so I've cooked it separately for some time. We've let that water kind of escape the tofu a little bit. So now we're gonna mix it all together. And now, this part is really optional, but I like things a little bit spicy, my friends. We're gonna add a little bit more spice. Some people might think this is crazy, but this part is totally optional. I'm gonna add a little bit of gochugaru, which is Korean red pepper powder. We're gonna add that in there. We're gonna add a little bit of sugar to kind of balance out things, okay? Let's add some soy sauce. Gotta make it flavorful. All right, so this is my experiment. It might fail, okay? My question is it going to stick together if I mix it in with the rice rather than using it as a filling? I don't know the answer. We're gonna find out together. So let's add this filling straight into our rice. Now the reason why I'm like, is it gonna stick together is because, I don't know, the tofu might make it break apart. The kimchi pieces are a bit big. I don't know. So we got that in there. I'm gonna add in some seaweed. Okay, I just crumbled it, I'm lazy. What have I told you? This is Korean crack, okay? Oh, we're gonna add that in there. And then some sesame seeds, yeah. And let's mix it and see if it sticks together. Ooh, it's a bit hot, be careful. Once again, you might wanna let it cool down, but apparently my hands are made of steel. So we're gonna mix it together. You know what, let's use this spatula first. It's a bit hot. I think this might work. So yeah, you can either mix it in like this, or you could just use this as a filling. Don't burn your hands in the process. Doesn't that look so good? Now honestly, if you fail to make it into a ball, it doesn't really matter, just eat it with a spoon. Who cares? Okay, we're gonna add in more roasted seaweed. Ooh la la, mix that in there. And that adds more flavor as well. Okay guys, this is the moment of truth. I do feel like I should have cut the kimchi pieces a little bit smaller for the big ones. Like some of these pieces are really big, but I think it should be okay. So I have here another plate with some seaweed on top, beautiful. Now let's make some balls. Okay, I think it'll work, guys. I think it's working. Look at that. Look at me, guys, it worked. Yay, that was really easy. Maybe the tofu helps stick it together, who knows? This might be my favorite one. It's gonna be so good, okay? Obviously you have to like spicy food for you to enjoy this one. If you don't like spicy food, you will not enjoy this one because it will be spicy. This one's actually really easy to turn into these balls. It sticks together a lot easier than the vegetable one actually. Again, maybe the tofu helps I was like, is the tofu going to help or is it going to hinder this process? And I feel like it might be helping. So here we go. Beautiful. Look at that. So now on top, I do want to spread some more goodness. Some of that sesame goodness. Ooh, ooh. Again, you can roll it around in the sesame seeds, or you could just do what I'm doing here and just, there you go. Look at that, guys. It's a bit messy, but it looks delicious. Ooh, and that was rice ball number 4. Okay, now we gotta try them all. Okay. All right, so this is the first one I made, the seaweed one. Delicious. Let's try it. Look at this perfect ball, guys. Cheers. Mmm. It's simple, yet delicious. I didn't get the one with the hot dog, but it's still very good. Highly recommend. Maybe add some hot sauce. Ooh, that would be really good. Anyway, very good. All right, next we have the vegetable rice balls. Let's try this one. Oh, is it gonna break? This one's a bit fragile. I feel like maybe ooh, no. Okay, that one's breaking. I feel like maybe I should have added less vegetables, okay? That's what I'm thinking now. More rice, less veggies, because that one just broke. It's okay. Let's try one. Cheers. It's breaking. But it's delicious. Fail. This one has a hot dog in it, so I want to get it. So this one, what I would do, either less veggies or make them like smaller. So it's not as like, you know, there's not as much to hold on, you know. Anyway, still very delicious. All right, next guys, here's the kind of slightly ugly tuna or chickpea tuna rice balls. Okay, but I feel like this is gonna be so good. Okay, look at this. It's actually not that ugly. It's pretty. What's wrong with me? Let's try. That is so good. This one is so far my favorite. And just that tiny bit of grilling makes, like, adds more flavor. I don't know. It's really good. This one, must try. And last but not least, we have here the kimchi rice balls that look absolutely fantastic and perfect. I'm very excited. Let's try this one. Look at this perfect ball. Perfect. This one's also really good. Alright you guys, so that is basically it for the Korean rice ball recipes. Yes, as you can see, there are many different options for you. My favorites were the chickpea one and the kimchi one. They were both so good, but they're all really delicious, so I hope you try these out. Once again, the recipes will be in my blog, linked down below, so make sure you check that out. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, don't forget to check out Compliment, who very kindly sponsored today's video. Make sure you check them out. The link is down below for you to check them out. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!